Hey guys, Jesse here. Wanted to bring some news on some different techs I'm using for the Watts and how I did at locals today. Earlier today, Sunday, not Monday. It's about 2:30 in California right now. But anyway, I I got top three or top five, something like that with Watts. We're supposed to have 4 rounds today. We only had three because somebody dropped. But I did about I want to say about 10 duels, and I lost, I want to say, two or three of those duels. Um, round one, I dueled against a Harpy deck, and he basically had no idea what Watts do at all. And everybody knows Harpies are all based around destroying back row. So he did destroy a lot of my back row with the field spell, but I had the double hopper, and there was literally like nothing in his deck that he could really do about it. He dark hold, and I just dark bribed it, and that was pretty much all he could do. All his other effects targeted. It's kind of a weird Harpy deck. He teched like some monarchs and stuff. So he did nuts to my. He returned my back row to my hand a couple times. Blew up a bunch of my back row. In the end, it didn't matter. I just giraffed over him with Hopper, and it was hilarious. Both games. So I 2-0'd Harpy Ladies. Round two, I went against. What was it? Man, I'm forgetting what I went up against. It's bothering me now. What did I go up against? Game three. A good pal of mine, Benjamin, who duels there. He was using like a weird synchro chaos deck, something like that. He got me game one because he had the nuts. Nothing I could do about it. He black rose, and I couldn't come back from it because I had no protection. And game three. Game two, I won because I sighted in the macro and the defissure. I got defissure first turn and macro. Played them both. Well, I played defissure, set macro. He couldn't get over it, so I won that game. And then game three, I won because of this guy right here. I main double fossil dyna now, and this guy totally ruined. I got him out first turn, and I safe zoned it, and there's nothing you can do about it. He didn't have an MST in hand, and he basically scooped. He was stuck in his hand with 1-for-1, Lone Fire, Sanguine, and Blackluster Soldier. And he couldn't special him because of Fossil Dyna. And he couldn't get rid of Fossil Dyna because of Safe Zone, so it was a super sick pro play. Yeah, I basically owned face with Safe Zone today. Safe Zone, the MVP, super sick. Yeah, it's awesome shit. I lost round three to Final Countdown because it's trolly as hell, and this deck is nowhere near fast enough to compete with Final Countdown. He basically ran the Threatening Roars, the Thunder Ruler, whatever, Wabakus, One Day at Peace, all that trolly crap. He ran all of it to stall for Final Countdown, so that was really annoying. I beat him game one because I drew double Dark Bribe and Solemn Judgment, and I didn't do anything. I just sat there, and he has no attacking monsters whatsoever. I just sat there and waited until he played Final Countdown, and I negated all three, and that was game. Game two, he activated it first turn. Game three, he activated it when I had no negation, so it happens. Anyway, some other news. So in the Watts now, I main double Fossil Dyna. The reason why I main double Fossil Dyna is because he just wrecks. If you think about the meta right now, it's all Plant Synchro, Dark World agents. This stops all that stuff. No Dark World, no Plant Synchro. I guess the deadliest deck would be Dark Worlds because they have those skill drains, but they usually only use two because they need room for other stuff. So you can just MST and Dark Bribe them, and you should be fine. And then they can't get out Grapha at all because you have the Fossil D, so you'll be fine. And of course, game two, you'll side the nuts, the macro, and stuff, so you don't have to worry about Grapha popping Fossil Dyna either. So Fossil Dyna at dose is amazing. And then I also run, instead of, I took out D prisons and What else? I took out Deep Presence and I think Mirror Force, and I put in 3. Oh, so it wasn't Mirror. It was something else. I forget off the top of my head. But I took out Fiendish Chain and double Deep Prison, and I put in 3 Threatening Roars. The reason why I put in the 3 Threatening Roars is because the whole point is for me to make sure that I get my setup. And sometimes, especially if you're doing swarm decks, like anywhere from Blackwing's Glads to Plant Synchro, yada 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 yada. The worst thing is when you get your setup destroyed because all the Watts are really weak. It's really easy to kill most of them. You don't have protection. So Threatening Roar, I don't really care about the monsters in the field since they can't attack me with the hopper anyway. So the Threatening Roar gives me that whole turn of none of my monsters will be attacked. And that really helps. It's also that it's a chainable trap, which is also super amazing. So yeah, I main 3 Threatening Roars now because they're just better. My whole point is to get hopper set up and not to really control the field too much with Deep Prisons and stuff. So I use the Threatening Roars instead. Deep Prisons are cards that are made to get rid of monsters that you don't like or can't get over. And I get over all monsters, period, because I literally attack over them. I don't have to attack them at all directly. So in Tech Genesis, you run the Deep Prisons because you gotta, you have to get rid of that Thunder King when he attacks because it's gonna bother your setups and stuff. So you just Deep Prison the Thunder King, you're good to go. Who cares if they have something else because you can horn over it or something. But in Watts, you don't really care about monsters that are there because you can just, safe zone a hopper, you're good to go. So that was the news on that. The changes that I made to the deck, and it's much better. It is. It's excellent. The Fossil Dinos are an amazing addition to the deck. I got to thank my friend Gabe for giving me the idea to main the 3 Fossil Dinos. It's better. It just is. That's all I have to say about it. And also, I decided I was inspired by another Yu-Gi-Oh! Watt player who I'll give a shout out. His channel name is Yu-Gi-Oh! Musketeer. I forget his name off the top of my head right now, but he's in the UK, in Brighton, I think, and he uses an aggro Watt deck, and he inspired me to build my own version of it. Basically, you run no hopper, and obviously then you run no safe zones. No safe zones. What you do is you run all the direct attackers. You run the giraffes, the pheasants, the cobras, dragonflies, and then you run a lot of trolley cards like Threatening Roars. You mean Threatening Roars, Wabakus, Thunder Ruler, whatever the one you activate in the standby phase is. That's kind of like Threatening Roar. Cylinders, Ceasefire. You run all that shit, and that's what you do. You summon giraffe, you attack, you set 1, and then you go. Your player goes, okay, MST heavy, whatever. Okay, chain threatening. Okay, crap. Next turn, attack directly with giraffe, and you set another threatening. The next turn, threatening. You set Wabaku. You set Magic Cylinder. You set super trolley cards to stop your opponent from attacking you, period, or even entering their battle phase, and then you just keep poking with giraffe for game. And that's it. And they can't MST any of your crap in the end phase because you have the giraffe that you just attacked with, so you don't have to worry about end phase spell trap destruction. So your traps will always go through. That's what's nuts about it. So it's really good, actually. I still like the lock better. I still feel that it's a lot more consistent, especially because I run so much monster hate anyway. And I main the threatenings now, partially because I saw his video and how well the threatenings worked. I really think the lock is still better with the safe zones and fossil dinos and the way that it's built. I feel like the aggro deck, the problem I'm going to run into is I'm not going to draw any protection or any monsters in time. And if you have the threatenings but no monsters to attack with, then you're just 1-for-1ing every card every turn. And you're not using Final Countdown, so you're not getting your win condition fast enough. And then you're going to use your threatenings and then wind up drawing your monsters with no protection. So that's the problem that I personally have with the deck. But hey, you get 1 Cobra and a threatening, you're pretty good to go. So we'll see how it goes. I'll try it out. I'm going to run it at a local sometime this month, and I'll post a video on how it goes. Other than that, I did really well with Watts today, and I'm very excited that they did so well. I might run them again next week. We'll see how it goes. And if anyone has any suggestions or ideas, let me know. Or if anyone wants advice on a Watt deck, or any good ideas on what they think they want to run or should be running, let me know. And thank you for watching. This is Jesse, and I'm out.